It's the all-new Sports Visions with Dale Williams and DJ Jones, your 1980 national champions. 1980 and 81 SEC champions, two damn good dogs.
Welcome to the all-new Sports Visions. I'm DJ Jones, joined by my good friend and traveling partner, Dale Williams. How are you, sir?
What's up, player?
Hey, man, I'm good. Hey, Alabama, congratulations, by the way, to the Alabama Crimson Tide, Nick Saban, and the whole Tide Nation, national champions. And we'll have an opportunity to talk about that in just a little bit.
Going to talk about it, DJ, and hats off to Nick Saban. Major move.
Also, the Falcons are still in the playoffs, so that we still have hope. And we'll talk about a whole lot more in the NFL, the goings on. There's a lot of coaches that have been fired, and they're bringing some new blood into the league. All that and more coming up next on Sports Visions.
Every remaining 2017 commercial vehicle must go now. At Headquarter Nissan, over 30 vehicles to choose from, all with a lifetime warranty, all priced to sell. Now drive a new cargo van. Closeout price just $26,990. Or a new compact cargo van, just $18,985. Plus, get a lifetime warranty, identity protection, and much more, all at no extra cost.
You feel like you bought from the factory. Headquarter Nissan.
And welcome back to Sports Visions. Congratulations, Nick Saban. Congratulations, Crimson Tide, the Tide Nation. Dale, I'll tell you, you know what? When you talk about national championship games, and we have both played in a good one,
Right.
This probably was the most exciting national championship game that I've ever watched.
Very, very exciting, DJ. One of the best. You know, again, hats off to Nick Saban for making those major moves. And then, adjustments, DJ. When you make adjustments, you either make them when you get behind, but sometimes you can't prepare for adjustments if you're talking about the Kirby Smart. Not that they didn't, but to put the freshman quarterback in, that was a major move, player.
Tua Tagovailoa. I guess I can say that right. But I'm going to butcher it, but that's the name you're probably going to be hearing for a long, long time. And, you mentioned adjustments, but for Nick Saban to bench his starting quarterback and go with the young freshman, knowing that obviously he had to throw his way back into it, obviously a great call. Great execution by this young man. You couldn't tell he was a rookie.
No, you couldn't tell at all. And, everybody, the Crimson Tide Nation, DJ, has basically been asking for this kid the whole year. Really, I could see why they were asking for him. He did a great job just to be thrown in a national championship game, come in, clicking on all cylinders. The stage was definitely not too big for him at all.
You know what was more impressive to me, other than the fact that he performed at a high level, the fact that the support, that even when Jalen Hurts came out, he was right there on the sidelines helping him out, excuse me, and the coaches, and you couldn't tell. And then even after the game was won, Jalen Hurts, the first one on the field to congratulate him. Jalen Hurts is the first one on the field to congratulate. There was just something special about what Nick Saban had, and you saw some heated situations on the sideline, but at the bottom line is they never lost focus.
They never lost focus, DJ. But one good thing I would like to give these two young men, kudos to. Even with Jalen Hurts, like you said, being pulled from the game, he still was cheering for his team. It almost reminded me of a baseball game. Sometimes you start the game, DJ, and you have to have a reliever to come in. This guy was a great reliever. 2 out, did a great job. I think really when you got that kind of character and people really focused and buy into the team concept, you can win games like this. And really it was a team effort for as Alabama concerned, and really they're deserving of the national champions.
Nobody would have thought that the University of Georgia would have jumped out to a 13-0 halftime lead, much less a 20-7 lead in the third quarter. But to see the way Alabama fought back and to see how they were able to execute and get the job done, after even having an opportunity in regulation to win it, blowing the field goal, but just coming back with this young man, that's going to probably be on highlight reels for years to come.
Well, really, DJ, I think it might be a tale of the whole season for Alabama. People saying that they shouldn't have got in, they shouldn't even been in the 4. They're not as good as they used to be. They're missing something. They had injuries all through the year. But, really, Nick just continued to believe in his guys, and really that's what playoffs are all about. Just get in. You don't have to have a great record to get in sometimes, DJ. Just get in, and then we'll start putting our magic on them because, again, Alabama does have the magic in what? five titles in 10 years.
5 titles in 10 years.
That's
Nick
huge.
tied Bear Bryant. He had 6, of course, with LSU. 6. I mean, this guy is. He is the guy. I mean, when you talk about college coaching, you talk about pro coaching. You know, you talk about football coaching. Nick Saban has elevated himself head and shoulders above everybody else, and you see why when you come on national TV on the main stage as they did on Monday night. It's just incredible to think that we are. I'm just proud to think that we are in the era we had opportunity to be in the midst of all of this Nick Saban performance as a coach, and of course, fortunate enough to have Nick Saban to have come to Columbus, Georgia, on behalf of Sports Vision to speak to our kids and our coaches as well.
Well, you know, really, I can just get on my bandwagon and talk about Nick Saban because really, I think the proof is in the pudding. Every year, he goes through the same thing, trying to replace a top assistant, recruiting, having a big recruiting class, continue to getting 5-star players. He continues to kind of excel in those situations, DJ, and every year he does it. You know, he is worth every dime that they pay him over there at Alabama.
Now, I know when we were, excuse me, we were talking about the national championship in the ring. I'm sorry, coming off a weekend like we came off of, I'm surprised I could even talk.
Yeah.
But when, going into the week that we went, a lot of interviews from all around the city. I want to give a shout out to all the folks that supported us because they knew that we played on that last national championship team at Georgia 37 years ago, and we were talking about, it's been a long time. The Bulldog Nation deserves another championship. But, man, I'm going to tell you, we were hoping and praying for that, but it's not easy, man. And that lets you know how special the championship that we have is.
That's right. Really, you still date back and say we were trying to get one in, and we're really proud of being on that 1980 national championship team. But at the same time, we were ready to pass the baton. It's due. It's overtime, for us getting a national championship. But one of the other big things though, DJ, is really just to see all the friends, classmates, and everybody just being proud that they even know anybody on that 1980 national championship team. And really, again, even with Alabama, we put it this way, they got somebody to play now.
Absolutely. Tell you what, we're going to take a short break. This is Sports Visions.
Come on out to the Office Sports Bar and Grill. Whether meeting up with friends, colleagues, or family, you will feel right at home. We have live music from local artists, happy hour from 4 to 6 daily, and outstanding daily specials. The Office Sports Bar and Grill is not your typical sports bar. Come, eat and drink like a boss.
Why is Headquarter Nissan #1? Well, that's simple. Our value plan. Here, let me explain. With our exclusive value plan, you get a ton of extra value with your purchase at no extra cost. You get a lifetime warranty, plus identity protection, plus theft protection, plus key and remote replacement protection, plus paintless dent repair. We are the #1 dealer offering the #1 value.
You feel like you bought from the factory. Headquarter Nissan.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people, but when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson & Associates. And I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706-223-5380. Call now.
And welcome back to Sports Vision's Deal. It's now time for our Atlanta Falcons report. And believe it or not, in the second season, which I'm talking about the playoffs, the Falcons have come out of the wild card level, and now they are going to play in Philadelphia and try to continue this quest to get back to the Super Bowl.
Well, DJ, 2 weeks ago when we were talking about them, the playoff picture and everything, we were hoping that they got in as a wild card like they did, go on the road, play their way to the Super Bowl. And I like the reference to play their way to the Super Bowl because they got to start clicking at the right time. They played good against the Rams, and then the upcoming game this week against the Eagles, I think they'll play a good game also.
And you know what? The Falcons are finally healthy. Both running backs, Devontae Freeman and, of course, what's the other kid's name?
Oh, Kevin Coleman.
Tevin Coleman hey, Matt Ryan is coming into his own. Julio Jones, he might limp off the field, but you know what? He hadn't missed any significant time. And then Sanu, he's doing a great job. You know, the bottom line is this. You know, they have gone through a season. They've had an opportunity to stumble. I know training camp, a lot of people were concerned in training camp that Julio missed a lot of time. He and Matt weren't there to get their thing on. But now, look, you know, in this second season, there's no excuses.
No, there's no excuses, DJ, but one of the same things is that, you know, they're fortunate to have able to fight their way back to the playoffs. And I think that's a good thing. But one of the good things, they got to continue to get better in areas. They got to get sixes instead of threes. Thank God for Matt Bryant. He has been a great field goal kicker and probably one of the best guys that the Falcons have ever signed. But at the same time, defensively, they continue to get better and better. They can do some things, but they got to rush. They got to put pressure. I like them when they're in a pressure mode, DJ. And if they can continue to improve in those areas, the running game, you know, getting 100-plus yards in there. Matt Ryan continues to get his 300. Julio making plays, like you said, with Sanu. He's doing a great job, man. I think he's one of the most underrated receivers there is. I think they need to look for him even a little bit more down the field. And I think the Falcons have a good time. And like we said, DJ, they're a dangerous team in this playoff.
The fastest defense in the league is acknowledged by some of the experts around the league. But Deion Jones, I like him a lot. And I like him just as much as I like Roquan Smith with University of Georgia defense. This kid is fast. He's all over the place. He can do things that linebackers you don't dream of doing because of the speed and quickness that he has. But you know, all in all, I think that everything is coming together, and we're looking forward to the Falcons moving forward. And they got to take care of business in Philadelphia first,
right.
And then there's the next step.
Yeah, you can't get too far ahead, DJ. But I think really consistently, as they get better and better as they play each team. And we knew all along if they could get into the playoff that they had the opportunity to beat every team that they play and that they face, even with them not having to even playing in Atlanta.
You know, we're talking about the Falcons and talking about this second season, but people have to realize, you know what, in order for them to get to the Super Bowl, they have to play all of their games on the road. And you know what? That's earning your keep. If they can win all three of these games, these next two games, on the road and then end up where they want to be in the NFC Championship game, man, that's special.
I think really the Atlanta fans would take that any day to get back to the Super Bowl, where they got to play on the road all these games, DJ. As long as they win, as long as they progress and they're getting better and better, because everybody know around the league that the Atlanta Falcons are a sleeping giant. You know, really they think, you know, when everything is clicking with these guys and as they continue to play, the more they play, the better they're going to get.
Over the past week, there have been several openings or firings, if you will, from the NFL, but one in particular that this guy's name, when you hear his name, everybody, you know, they jump and they buzz or they stop doing what they're doing. And congratulations to John Gruden. He has been hired and accepted as the head coach of the Oakland Raiders. A heck of a contract deal. They were trying to throw in some management or some ownership stock. However, that's illegal. But this guy has a 10-year, $10 million per contract, $100 million deal coming out of the booth after many, many years. I know he hadn't been in the game in a while, but he has been very much an integral part of the NFL as it stands, with in particularly training and working with the quarterbacks that come out of college.
I think really even with his job with ESPN, DJ, he had his own series with quarterbacks, young quarterbacks, taking them to the chalkboard. I think he's a teacher foremost. I think he's going to be great for Carr. I think he's going to be a real good teacher for him. I think really he's going to be a good leader for the Raiders. And Raiders, you know, the people out there in Oakland, they love John Gruden. Didn't want him to leave to go to Tampa Bay. So I think really they're going to be good, and I think it's really a big hire for the Oakland Raiders.
And I know that everybody's going crazy because Hugh Jackson with the Cleveland Browns has won one game in 2 seasons. And again, the coach, I can't think of his name, out of Detroit, who he loves. Everybody loves him. He was let go.
Well, you know, Mike Caldwell was let go also. But DJ, now, you know, coaches are getting so much money, man. They don't have time to mess around, and they probably want to get coordinators and people that have grown up in somebody else's system, make them a head coach, giving them an opportunity to be a head coach, so they can get their money down. Because when you start talking about like a Gruden deal, nobody out there to get a Gruden deal like that unless it was Jimmy Johnson if he wanted to come back or something like that. But $100 million deal over 10 years, and it's probably got bells and whistles all through his contract, but that is a steep contract.
Well, the last thing I want to say before we end this segment is that I want those coaches, I want those owners, I want those general managers out there to know that we got two young men from Columbus, Georgia, one namingly one, of course, Brinson Buckner, who was on Bruce Arians' staff.
That's right.
Bruce Arians has stepped down, he retired. So that's a great either coordinator or a person to obviously, put that little extra oomph into your team when you talk about young, talented defensive linemen. And then also when you talk about, a defensive back. When you got Tim up at New York,
Tim
he was
Walton.
working, he was on the staff there. He's going to be available. Tim is he's been a defensive coordinator in this league. So there's two kids from Columbus, Georgia. I say kids, two young men from Columbus, Georgia, that hopefully whoever is looking out there in this wide world of network television and social media, those are two good guys and they're available.
Well, DJ, they are available and they're out there, but again, also, I think they need to look into the Rooney clause a little bit more and be a little bit more serious about that. Give that minority coach, that black coach, that Spanish coach an opportunity, because that's all your assistants are anyway. Give them a chance.
All right, we'll be right back after these messages.
Happy New Year's, everybody, from Headquarter Nissan. Man, we're here doing this 2018. We're getting ready to do it again. We set all the records in 2017. We've been averaging over 300 cars a month. It's for a reason. We got the great deals here. We got everything going. You gotta come to Headquarter Nissan, get off that couch. I'm gonna hook you up. I know you've been to other places. People may have said no, but guess what? You gotta come here. Don't listen to them, regardless of what they said. If you haven't been there, don't listen to no negative people at home or anywhere else telling you not to come. I'm getting people riding. I got total control with these banks. I deal with them every day. They want a part of the action. You gotta get up. I'm looking at you right now. Get off that couch, stop whatever you're doing. You call Headquarter Nissan, you see the number, you go to headquarternissan.com, you go to hqn.com, you go to columbuscredit.com. We right here at Whitesville and Whittlesey, right across the street from Hollywood Theater. We got an awesome deal. You just gotta come. I don't know what else to say. Football fans, you heard I got my little in the back, that telling me in the back, all you football fans, you gotta come here. I know right now, this game, I don't know if the game, they got the big game coming up with Georgia and Alabama. We got everybody. We got the great guys from Georgia that was in the championship back in the day. They out here. I know who they going for. But you know what? We got great deals here. You can be a winner at Headquarter Nissan regardless of what happened on the field. I'm going to be here. My name is James. You call. You come out here to Headquarter Nissan. We're going to take care of you. I'll see you guys later.
Come on out to the Office Sports Bar and Grill. Whether meeting up with friends, colleagues, or family, you will feel right at home. We have live music from local artists, happy hour from 4 to 6 daily, and outstanding daily specials. The Office Sports Bar and Grill is not your typical sports bar. Come, eat and drink.
Give your gathering something to gather around. Try catering at Chick-fil-A.
Welcome back to Sports Vision. Joining me right now is five-star wide receiver, the #1 recruit in the state of Alabama, Justin Ross. How are you, man?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm good, man. I'm so proud of you, man. Everybody in the world has been through here to see you, and obviously it's getting down to the nitty-gritty. What's going to be the decision maker in your as far as you're concerned, where you want to go?
Really just somewhere like I've seen everything that the colleges can do, play wise and like academic wise around the college, and really it's just now where my family feels comfortable with me at, and when we just sit down and talk about it, how they feel.
What's most important to you when you talk about making your decision? Because obviously everybody is saying the right things, everybody's trying to do the right thing, but what makes you feel comfortable?
Just somewhere where I can feel like I'm at home, because when you get to college, you don't want to feel homesick or nothing like that.
Now, as far as the trips that you've taken, I know the early signing date, you chose not to sign early. You wanted to sign in February. Talk to me a little bit about what made that decision.
Just by me not being ready at this time, because, I mean, if I have extra time, I'm going to take it, because I don't want to make a mistake.
Now, you are a heck of a basketball player. You playing basketball this year?
Yes, sir. After the All-Star game.
Now, you already played in the Mississippi Alabama game. You have another game left remaining. Which one is that?
The Under Armour All-American.
Under Armour All-American. Now, when you do these All-Star games and you go, and obviously everybody's one of the top in the country, what makes you enjoy yourself? What makes you, is it the players, meeting all the guys that are top A-list players, or is it the coaching and the festivity and the pageantry around these All-Star games?
It's just the coaching, because when you go to games like this, you're going to be coached by legends, really. So really just getting to learn new things by a whole bunch of people.
Justin, when did you know that you were special?
Probably when I was about to quit football in 9th grade, and Coach DeBose wouldn't let me. So, I mean, that's when I knew I had a reason to play, and he saw something in me.
Talk to me. You say you were about to quit. Why were you about to quit?
I had a deep passion for basketball then, so I really and they had put me up on varsity, and I wasn't playing like I usually play, so I had to sit back and take a back seat, and I wasn't used to that. So I just was making crazy decisions. You
are the recipient of this year's Isaiah Crowell Outstanding Offensive Player of the Year award, and that's a special award because Isaiah, who probably you have gotten more, just as much, I guess, attention since he has about 4 years ago, and Isaiah is now in the National Football League, and he still comes back and gives back to the neighborhood and gives back to the community. What does it feel like to know that you have won the Isaiah Crowell Award?
It means a lot, just coming from Isaiah Crowell, just being in the NFL, him making this mark in the NFL. So, I mean, it means a lot.
All right, before we go, look into that camera out there and tell those young potential college football players, what is it going to take to get them to the next level?
Really just hard work, being disciplined, being able to work hard when nobody's around, and that's really it, really.
All right, Justin Ross. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, Steve, check out this guy's leg.
Yeah, looks like a real nasty moving back in with his parents.
What? No, I just broke my leg.
No, this is a full-blown move into the basement. You're gonna be out of work. Without that money from Aflac, you might miss your rent.
Oh, I just moved out.
Bummer, man. Hey, I used to have my own place.
Yeah?
Nah, I live with my mom. But it's cool.
Health can change, but the life you love doesn't have to.
Every remaining 2017 commercial vehicle must go now. At Headquarter Nissan, over 30 vehicles to choose from, all with a lifetime warranty, all priced to sell. Now drive a new cargo van. Closeout price just $26,990. Or a new compact cargo van, just $18,985. Plus, get a lifetime warranty, identity protection, and much more, all at no extra cost.
You feel like you bought from the factory. Headquarter Nissan.
Give your gathering something to gather around. Try catering at Chick-fil-A.
And welcome back to today's final segment of Sports Visions. Dale, I tell you, just a great week of college football, a great week to look forward to pro football, with namely the Atlanta Falcons and their quest to make it to the NFC Championship and hopefully back to the Super Bowl.
That's right. I mean, really, again, we still got football. We got a lot of football to be played, from the playoffs to the Super Bowl to even the Senior Bowl, DJ.
Absolutely. And again, when you talk about what we have coming up, I mean, in the first quarter, it's just the second week here in January, but, it's all balls to the wall with regards to our Female Athlete of the Year awards luncheon. We started that up, and we're so proud of that now. And again, we're continuing to grow with that particular event.
That's right. We continue to grow, DJ, and, we might have another location here, but like I said, we're going to continue to do that. Again, after the boys, the high school football luncheon, that thing is big, and now we're going to grow the Female Athlete of the Year to the same level.
And, of course, looking forward to bringing in Jordan Hill, of course, the sports writer extraordinaire with the Ledger, to keep us boy, I tell you, this weather in my voice is not mixing. But bringing Jordan Hill back to talk about what's going on with basketball in the area. Looking forward to that.
It's going to be big, and again, Jordan Hill, a great addition to our show.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for all the time we have for today's show. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great week.
Be sure to check out our Facebook page, Sports Visions TV Show, or our website, www.sportsvisionsusa.com.
Why is Headquarter Nissan number one? Well, that's simple. Our value plan. Here, let me explain. With our exclusive value plan, you get a ton of extra value with your purchase at no extra cost. You get a lifetime warranty, plus identity protection, plus theft protection, plus key and remote replacement protection, plus paintless dent repair. We are the number one dealer offering the number one value.
You feel like you bought from the factory. Headquarter Nissan.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people, but when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson and Associates. And I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706-223-5380. Call now.
Give your gathering something to gather around. Try catering at Chick-fil-A.